What the heck is this? Look at him.
Who is that?
I don't know.
That's Winky.
This is your Winky. Look at what this goat's doing to me.
Yeah,
Why?
She wants attention.
What is this? Ow. Thanks for... Are you seeing this?
She's gonna get you in the butt.
Are you seeing this right here?
Yeah.
Well...
She's never done that. Jack's done
Ow, what's wrong with this goat? Seriously. Why can't you be more like Fred? I never thought I'd say that, but why can't you be more like Fred for once?
More like Fred. Fred ruins your shorts. You know how many pairs of your shorts I wash and then he does that? He does that.
I'd rather this than whatever the heck this is right here. I don't know what's going on over here. Winky, that wasn't very nice. You know that?
Absolutely.
Look, y'all see the scratches that are now on my leg because of this goat? Thanks a lot, Winky. All right, let's just go ahead and pretend that never happened. Hey guys, Ellie and Megan here. Today, we are with a character that a lot of you ask about in the comment section, but we've never taken the time to make a full video about before. Today, that changes. This video is going to be about the story of Megan's family's Australian Shepherd, Shep.
Shep.
So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh, Shep over here is approximately, what, 9 years old? Because you said that y'all had him in 2013. Or, you said it was 7th grade. And so Megan and I are the same year, so we would have...
If that's the math, then yes.
Yes, and when we were in 7th grade...
Winky! You're going to just have to push her away. It's sad, but you're going to have to push her away.
I know.
Baby girl. You get all the attention from the Barefoot Farmer all day. So what is your deal today?
For real, Winky.
Actually, you know, she's upset because Rika's gone. And we have to take care of them for the next 2 days.
Yeah, I know.
She's sad. She's like, feeding routine was
Look at
weird
this dog
today.
right here. Look what he's doing. He does these really weird poses.
You really want attention today. And you are really dirty today. You went and played in the mud. Yes, you did.
All right. As I was saying, though, Megan estimates that they got Shep when you were in 7th grade. And so the math would be 2013, which was 9 years ago because we're in 2022. So Shep is around 9 years old. Now, there aren't a whole lot of significant events that make up Shep's life, but there's a few that are pretty noteworthy. For one, he may not look like it right now, but believe it or not, this is a really, really vicious dog.
Shep
the only reason
really
that he's not eating my face apart right now is because he's gotten used to me over the past year and several months that I've known Megan.
Let me rephrase that. He's only vicious because he wants to be protective.
He's a very protective animal.
Dog. So, like, I think if... I'm not going to say... He's gotten out before, but he's never gone and, like, attacked anybody unless we were around him.
Yeah,
if we're around him or around people, if somebody walks up to our fence, yeah, it's go time for Shep. It's go time.
He doesn't go looking for blood like a pit bull or something, but he's very territorial. So if somebody strange that he doesn't know comes into this pasture, he's going to bite, he's going to inflict violence upon them. It was for that reason that y'all wouldn't even let me come in here for the first 3 or 4 months. I had to look at the goats from outside the fence because y'all were so worried about what he would do to me. And then when I first came in, y'all had to be like kind of body shields for me. So. And
to get him used to you, you have to throw the ball for him a couple times. That's how you become Shep's friend.
It's a good thing I play football a lot because I could throw with him all day. And so that kind of made me sort of gain his trust quicker. But anyways, yeah, he's vicious, even though he doesn't look like it right this second. But he hasn't always been vicious. Megan tells me that when Shep was a baby and when he was pretty young, he was a little sweetheart that loved every single stranger.
Oh my gosh.
Was just as jolly as could be. Isn't that right?
He was so sweet. I remember, and this seems crazy to think about it now. Yeah, it was in 7th grade. We went to Surfside in Galveston. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, Shep couldn't go with us. We did end up smuggling the little dog in to the hotel. But
he must have been itty bitty back then, huh?
Yeah, silky terrier, yeah. He was tiny. That was Lulu. But Shep couldn't go because Shep, obviously he wasn't this big. He was still kind of tiny, still like an adolescent. But he had to go, I'm trying to think, this was so long ago. He went to one of our friends' houses and they have boxers.
Yeah.
Like Maggie. And they had 2. I can't remember the mom's name, but there was one that towered over him, and his name was Yogi. And him and Yogi were best friends. And Shep doesn't like other dogs now. Shep doesn't like other people, but he went to the dog park with those people. He went in the lake and swam in the lake and was allowed to go do his own thing, and he had so much fun.
So he was like little Peeps the duck then, too friendly for his own good, basically.
Yeah. He was such a sweetheart.
Yeah. Knowing Shep now, it's crazy to think that he was like that at one point in time. But Megan said herself.
Can I preface something now?
Can you preface something? Yes.
Shep is not a bad dog.
No, there's a different. No.
Well, I know it sounds very negative though. That like he bites. He has bit people before. Let's put that out there. We have no shame saying that it has happened. That's why we always.
He's just doing it out of defense and instinct.
Yeah,
though. He's doing his job is to herd for goats that are doing weird stuff like that, and he does that job very well.
He does.
Those goats will never be in harm with old Shep over here being their bodyguard.
We don't have to really worry. I'm gonna knock on wood.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about predators because Shep.
No, he serves his purpose.
He's a good dog who has done some bad things, but
that's the case with all of us. All of us have done bad things we're not proud of before.
That's why I thought it was important to preface it, because it sounds like we're really dogging.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Dogging Shep
on him, but he really is a good dog, but he has done some pretty questionable
He's a
things.
great little dog. He has heterochromia, which means that he has 2 different colored eyes. You can see right here, clear as day, that his right eye is blue and his left eye is brown. How cool is that? I don't know many people with heterochromia. One of the Darman actors, the one who usually plays the Karen, also has heterochromia. He loves playing fetch with the ball, as you can see. They say that he can't do it all day because of something that happened when he was a very itty-bitty dog. How old was he when he got in that accident?
So I don't exactly know like all his age. I know he wasn't a puppy. We didn't even get him when we kind of got him when he was a puppy, but I don't know.
Just around. It don't have to be precise.
I don't know. I have no idea how many months he was. He could have been around a year, maybe.
So anyways, when he was pretty young, he got into a car accident. And so I'm not going to make you go into all the details about...
I can tell it because it's good awareness to watch out.
Okay.
We live obviously in the woods at the time. We lived in a dirt road, kind of not farm area, but in the woods. And one of my friends was over and we let Shep out. Are you getting possessive over the ball?
Yeah,
Sheppy. And he got out, and the people used to speed down the road like they had no care in the world.
Get on this side and record.
He looks funny, huh?
Yeah, it just looks funny from this angle.
Oh, look at your paw. Look at you, handsome. But he ended up not watching where he was going, and he ran Shep over because Shep was chasing the tire, because dogs do that.
Yeah, Maggie does it all the time.
Yeah, Shep used to, because Shep used to go out and free roam during the day, and then he would come back at night. Like he was a good dog.
Kind of like the beagles do, actually.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah.
But after that, yeah, they ran him over. We didn't hear him, but we saw the guy speeding down the road. So, we all are yelling for him, and he comes back up, and he's limping and whimpering. And so we brought him inside, and obviously we took him to the vet. We actually, not our normal vet. We had to take him to an emergency vet in Humble. And it shattered his left hip.
That's the hip that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I think it's this hip.
Yeah.
Actually, I can tell you which hip it is.
All right. Megan's going to squat and tell me which hip it is.
It's this hip.
It's this left hip?
Yeah, because here's a scar.
So he got hit by somebody going to...
He even got a little hesitant with me touching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his left hip. It completely shattered it.
And so I know he had to get a metal plate in there, right?
Yeah.
So right now he has a metal plate.
Yeah, he's a bionic dog.
He's a bionic dog. Megan said it.
Yeah, he's a bionic
He's a
dog.
cyborg.
But he was in great hands. It was really sad, and after that's when he got violent. He didn't... I remember he was hurt, so he was lashing out at the people at the vet, and we were kind of scared. They had to sedate him. Yeah, but he got violent after that, and so
yeah,
I think it triggered it.
So that so that getting run over incident is kind of the most significant event in Shep's life, sadly, because it changed a lot of things about him. As Megan just said, it made him very aggressive and territorial when he wasn't before. And also, they tell me that I can't throw the ball with him all day. I can't play fetch like this endlessly because
I guess I never thought to tell you that's why he couldn't have that machine.
Yeah.
Like I told you he would run himself to death, but I guess I had never told you that he had a bionic hip, and so...
What she's talking about is this past Christmas, I wanted to get Megan and her family a tennis ball launcher for Shep, because I thought that he would really enjoy it if there was some way that Shep could press a button or Shep could activate it somehow and have the little machine throw the tennis ball like that for him all day. But you told me that that would not be a good idea because, for one, he'd run himself to death doing it. He would literally exhaust himself. But you also told me just now that it would also be a bad idea because it would make him sore. He gets a lot more sore with the metal plate in his hip, and it can lead to arthritis if he doesn't preserve himself when he's young.
It used to be a problem when he lived in the house, at our old house, because he would, even right after his surgery, they told us we needed to keep him in a kennel because he's an Australian Shepherd, very energetic dog. And believe me, we had plenty of room for him to run around, but he had to be inside to reduce infection and all that. But when he was finally able to come out of the kennel, he would run and jump over the back of the couch and zoom me around the house. And it was like, dude, you've got a bionic hip. And
it's difficult because I know what it's like to have a bunch of just pent up energy you need to release. When I dislocated my shoulder in high school, I was in the prime of my athletic life, wanting to play football all day, every day. And so it was just torture seeing other people running around, playing, jumping, having fun. And you're just kind of stuck there being idle, not being able to run around or do anything. So I get how it would have been frustrating for him. The good thing now is that he has loads of freedom. He has just seemingly endless spaces you can see to run around and to play in, and we just got to be careful with how much we throw the ball for him because we don't want him to develop that arthritis.
I've actually got a really funny story about him. So because he was violent, he had to be walked on a leash outside. He actually, fun fact, used to hate the goats before we moved here.
Really?
He would, and so Shep is very strong, and it was always my brother Mikkel's job to walk Shep because Shep is strong.
Yeah.
And one day, man, Shep saw a cat in the front yard, and dude went crazy. And he drug Mikkel. Turns out Shep pulled him so fast, Mikkel actually, like, flew and smacked on the ground. And then, you know, we all look out at the front yard, and he's dragging Mikkel across the yard. So
it's kind of like when a human flies a kite, except Shep was the human and Mikkel was the kite.
A kite?
Because you know how when you like run with a kite, it like floats and you like flies through the air.
I've never flown a kite before.
You never flown a kite?
No.
You never seen anybody do it?
No, not in person.
Do you know what it is though?
Well, yeah.
Somebody just holds it like this, and the kite just floats in the air.
I suppose, but
you have to run to get it to sort of stay in the air.
No, you want to know exactly what it was like?
What was it like?
You remember when it snowed?
Yeah.
And you sat on the carpet behind the four-wheelers?
Yeah.
It was being drugged like that, but Mikkel was on his tummy.
Alrighty, guys. Well, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video of Sweet Shep. Y'all be sure to let me know in the comments what kind of stuff you guys want to see. I hope you all have a great day. And as I always say, your boy Ellie out.